It's not wanting to play live, but we are live, so let's just roll with it, baby. Roll with it. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Beards on the Street. I don't know why our thing wouldn't play the. You on?
I think it's loading.
Bam.
We're trying new technology.
Said it might take 10 or so seconds to ramp up.
It's live, bro.
Bam. Woo. So, hello everybody.
All of our heads are. We got smoke coming out of our ears right now.
Do you know how many times we've tried to do what we just did?
Few.
Yeah, it's been
you too many.
It's been brain hurting.
Yeah, well, you know what? Technology is always growing, so get used to that.
Exactly.
So
I love it.
There's always a new level to get to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a total techie head. I love new stuff, new tech. I think it's killer.
Yeah.
I want to say something about my partner here.
Oh.
Well, yesterday he did something new. We're in a coaching system, trying to grow our program, trying to grow what we're building, and it just never ceases to amaze me, Dean, your willingness to, like, anything input someone gives you, you're like, okay, and you like throw your whole body into it, dude. Just
Toss me in. Let's see where it goes.
No caution. He just
baptized with fire.
He just runs through walls.
You know what? He's been like that for quite some time. How long have we known each other now?
We've known each other a long time, and thank you for that.
I know, but the normal, like, so I'm specifically speaking socially, so the social, put yourself out there, be vulnerable, trying the new technologies, all of that for an old buck, that tends to be a hard thing to take on.
It's not really that scary.
Well, I know.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I think that's where a lot of people get hung up.
Right.
But just watching you do that gives me so much confidence to just go, okay.
Well, good.
Do it.
That makes me happy.
And it's neat, dude. Like, yesterday he did this post that he shared some heartfelt life.
One of them was about Steve. I was with him when I met you the very first time, if you'll remember.
Right. I do.
And you were actually in that exact same office.
That's right. We were walking in. He told me that.
Right.
He's like, "This is where I met Rick first time."
Yeah, very first time. And remember we came up and we were pitching you on the auctions.
That's on the auction stuff. Yeah.
It was just just to see that video and to feel the true connection that came through that. Like, I felt it, and I know if whoever watches it will feel it, and then and most importantly, the friendships you were talking about,
right? Like,
to be shared with that, to be able to experience that of yours was so cool, dude.
I've always, even when I was a kid, my friends were everything to me. Some people are that way, and some people aren't. But one of the guys I talked on there, Brent Forbush, which you know Brent, you've met him. He was my next door neighbor. He's a couple years older than me. So I know it was kind of hard for him to be really good friends as we started growing up, because I'm way younger.
Yeah.
And then the Forbushes ended up moving away. They moved up by Idaho Falls, and man, that was hard for me, because he was such a good friend. And you've been around me enough. I've got so many awesome friends, and I make new friends every single place I go, and I mean it. It's not like it's, I'm not just being some fake dude. I think that's why people are really attracted to me, because I mean it. I've got people that are friends that I met in the weirdest places.
You know what? That video, it taught me, it was interesting because it took me somewhere.
Okay.
It took me somewhere. It taught me, so in my mental picture, I imagine you sitting down next to your friend in the front yard and saying, "Can we be friends?" Because it's that simple. We're deciding we're going to be friends,
right?
And 50-something years later, you are.
We are.
But what I think it also did is showed how your heart works. It shows how you bring people in, how you attach, how you create those relationships, and if anything, it just gave whoever you go and interact with permission to go, he's real, and I'm going to connect with him.
Guess where I met Lisa Childers?
Where?
At Gracie's.
Yeah.
That's where I met her very first time.
Wait, I've actually heard this story.
Yeah.
Badass biker girl.
Yeah, we were sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
Just hanging out. Me and actually Brent, or not Brent, but
Steve?
Matt.
Oh.
Matt was with us.
Okay.
And we were just hanging out, chilling, and this badass freaking biker chick walked in full leathers, riding her own scooter by herself.
Love it.
Look,
And of course,
looking like Lisa looks.
And
Beautiful.
I think at the time I can't remember if I was married or not, or girlfriend or whatever, but whoever was there was there. It wasn't like I was hitting on her. It was just, she's badass. I got to find out what this girl's story is. Mm-hmm. And so we did. And we became, I love Lisa. Mm-hmm. I could tell you story after story.
Well, we were just in Florida and we got to go to dinner.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
how many of those people have you stayed in contact with?
how am I allowed to say? Just kidding.
No, I want to know.
All of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I like it, dude.
Well, 3 of them, I dated one. So
That's right.
So I knew one.
She's flat crazy. She is trouble.
If she watches this, she's also awesome.
Oh, you're amazing, but guaranteed good time.
But no. So
That's a lot of people say about me.
Yeah, I did. Not long, but we dated and
Good.
she met someone else and moved on. But but all of them, with the exception of the one that lives there, that's the fashion designer.
Right.
Yeah, but I've talked with her as well.
You know what? The bottom. That's awesome, dude. But that's what it's all about. Is
Relationships.
It's relationships, man. It's we're going to get in and talk to Rick a little bit more about our VIP 50 and because we went up and actually gave him the spiel at his office. He was gracious enough to let us come in and
when you know
his ear.
big dogs like this, he can lend and support and create some strength behind what we're doing.
Absolutely, and at the same time, let's face it, Rick, you give us credibility as well, because we have known each other a freaking long time. And my friendship with you is important.
That's right.
I hope I've portrayed that every single time that we've ever hung out or been together.
For sure.
And that's what it's all about, Aaron, is having real relationships that actually you care about.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Rick. I've never told you this, but when I first came to this brokerage, I didn't want to come to this brokerage. I did not. I fought not to come here.
Wow.
And when I found out you were here, that made all the difference in the world.
Thank you. Well, it's really hard to find sincere people. What I've learned over the last couple of years is not everybody's your friend. Not everybody who claims to be your friend is your friend.
Right.
And when you look at that and go, what's the sincerity in this individual? You've always been exactly what you portray. And,
well, thank you.
And that's huge.
That's true.
It's important to me. I tell people all the time, what you get with me is what you get. And if you don't like me, then that's okay. It's fine. Because I can be a little brash and I can be a little loud and I can be a little in your face but it's all with sincerity and it's all with who I am. I'm not going to apologize for who I am, because now if I was a shit guy and always taking advantage of people, then that's a whole other different story. But I don't. I love people. We've talked about this in past shows where I'll go up to somebody that's had a leg amputated or missing an arm or is blind or something, and I do this with everybody, but those kind of people, they in my opinion and in my experience, everybody stares at them, everybody wonders, everybody looks at them, and they feel that, and it's not comfortable.
Right.
So I'm the big pink elephant in the room, and I just go over to them and I'll whisper in their ear, "Hey, dude, do you know you're missing a leg?"
Yeah.
And it strikes up the coolest conversations. I'm just telling you. And then I say, I would love to hear your story if you're willing to share it with me.
Well, I like that. I actually really like that. Because, look, one thing we have in this world is the ability to connect and communicate. But not everybody.
Right.
I mean, that's the biggest problem in society today is I believe that our lack of ability to communicate at a level that's sincere and honest and pure is missing. You know, so looking at people who are sincere and you can buy into makes it much easier. But what I've had to learn is that not everybody's in it for the right reasons. Here's what I know with you two. You've always been.
Yeah.
You guys have been solid, never wavered. And for me, that's true friendship.
You bet.
And that's something you can get behind, be part of, and do great things, even if paths go a different direction.
You bet.
You know, so it's all good stuff.
You know, it's really interesting because I have friends and people I've met because I had my anti-fog business for all those years and traveled all the time. I mean, I literally have people text me that I forgot about, and not intentionally. Yeah. I just forgot about them. And it takes me a minute to figure out who the hell they are. And they're talking to me like I'm their best friend. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that trying to pat myself on the back. I'm just saying that there's so much life out there. There's so much to learn. There's so much goodness. There's so much interesting stuff that you can find out about people, and you just have to care.
Yeah.
So we didn't really introduce you, Rick. So Rick Bentley is as we've said, I met Rick back when I first started in real estate, period. We were doing the high-end luxury real estate auctions, and Steve and I went and sat down with you because Steve knew you.
Yeah.
Because my brother Steve's an appraiser and been in the industry for probably as long as you have.
A little longer, actually. He was doing the appraisal thing a lot longer than I'd actually been in real estate. But
wow,
investing is, I mean, I started selling him properties from an investment perspective and sold him a lot of homes.
Yeah.
A lot of apartment complexes.
Yeah.
And he just built a great portfolio, which everybody should be doing.
Yes, they should.
You know, so yeah, knowing Steve, and then he came into the auction business, which I think was a piece that had kind of been missing. And it's so
definitely for specific properties.
100%, and it's really needed. I mean, if you look at the difference, what makes so many different brokerages work is there's so many different platforms you can choose from that serves a slightly little bit of a different flavor or approach, and it's all good.
Well, I'll tell you, Rick's been in the industry going on 36 years, and he's been all over in the industry as far as broker, as far as training guru, running teams, selling tons of real estate.
Always in leadership.
Always a lot in the leadership arena. Because you're good at what you do, Rick, and you care, and you're a damn good agent. And
thank you. Well, one thing that I know for sure that no matter what we do, from the time we get up in the morning to the time we lay down to bed, it's to serve another human being.
Steve just texted and he said, or commented, he said, Rick was my agent on some of my very first investment properties and the compound. You sold him the compound? Shut up, dude.
That place is incredible.
That place is incredible.
It's an oasis, dude.
Do you remember what it looked like when he first bought it?
I do.
The shag, I never saw it. I've seen pictures, but the shag rugs, I mean, the carpet was, dude, that thick as shag.
You need to go over there and see what he is built.
Oh, he's seen it. He's been there many times.
He's built his girl oasis, dude.
But the things that I haven't seen it for a couple of years, but.
He's always making it so, I mean, I love the freaking Ward compound.
They have a vintage she shed out there.
Really?
Yeah,
he took an old, he took an old vintage trailer, pull behind trailer, and turned it into a she shed.
It's got a deck on a creek. I mean, it is.
Oh, wow.
It is. He's built this.
He bought a pretty incredible piece.
Oh my gosh!
That was fun, and to see what he's done with it is amazing.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of fun times out there at the compound.
That's awesome.
So, anyways, Rick,
he has some answering to do, because if he had to end a summer bash and I wasn't invited. Steve.
I know nothing. I hear nothing.
That's awesome.
So, Rick, we came up, sat down with you.
Yeah.
We pitched you on our VIP 50, which is a very sound, long-term, sustainable way for real estate agents to set up their business, set it up the correct way, to reach out to people that they know, to actually show up for people that they know with intent and with value. And in return, those people and their tribes are going to create a referral type business where you have referrals coming in all the time. So that was the 60-second version of what the VIP 50 is.
Well, you know, and I'm really grateful I got to see this. I mean, here's what I know. There's not a lot out there for agents just to really buy into and apply to their team or to themselves. But here's what I know. What you've created in the VIP 50 is the fact that, and I'm only talking from experience of what I've really discovered over the years of leading people, selling, like you said, a boatload of real estate and consistency in that. The fact that the VIP 50 is a structure in which gives the framework for a solid, powerful business that any agent, if they're looking at applying and building a true professional business, the VIP 50 is the ticket. You know, here's what I love about it. It gives you step-by-step documents to, I mean, any individual who's, and look, you get into this business, you're terrified.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, how am I going to do this? What am I going to do? Here's what I know. Everybody that is in this business long enough comes to a space that you're actually offering structure. Now, there's the beauty behind it. Every agent, if they sustain long enough in this business, has to create something.
Agreed.
You guys have actually taken it from step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and so on. That makes it simple, that it makes it sustainable, makes it trackable. But what you'll start seeing is exactly what I've experienced from a distance with what you do through the VIP 50, your events. Again, if we're serving people, public, look, from the minute we get up, from the minute we go to bed, we're doing something to support another human being. This gives you framework in this industry. Look, and if you're looking at selling a home or buying a home, or even an agent, so I don't think this is just for agents.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not.
So as we look at this, I think this could be applicable to almost any business platform. Let's be clear on that.
Especially
right?
a service-based business.
Well, 100%, because look, it's about connecting with those people that have already done business with you. Mm-hmm. And again, if you're in it long enough and doing it long enough, you will have those. And frankly, keep it in front of them. 90 to 95% of all agents out there do not stay in connection with their past clients. You look at these big teams that buy up leads and do all these things. It's one and burn. Burn it, burn it, burn
Yep.
it. Go to the next, burn it, burn it, burn it, because that's what works for them. Unfortunately, the problem becomes they wear out. There is a shelf life with an agent that can do that.
And there's no long term in it.
Well, there's no long term, and it's just burning, right? I mean, it's like throwing another log on the fire. Once it's burnt, what do you have? Nothing. This right here puts in it towards an eternal log.
Yeah.
Now think about that. Mm-hmm. If you take your top people and you constantly connect with them, they already know you. They love you. They're there with you. So if you look at those opportunities, man, having a structure or a program you can plug it into and go from page to page, sooner or later it becomes autopilot. Mm-hmm. Autopilot in anybody's business is where you want to get to where it's no longer the
grind.
That's it, the grind, right? I mean, being able to get in and look, I think a broker's job, honestly, or a leader's job is to recruit, train, retain, and motivate.
Agreed.
This system you have created has all of those elements. And if you motivate your team or yourself, or let's be serious, your clientele. Because here's what we know is extremely important in the Wasatch Front. Look, I know what we're going to be doing between now and 2060. Now, I probably won't be around, probably be in my final little 6x6, whatever they are, but 6 feet under, right? Mm-hmm. Here's what's not going away. Big mountains in the east, big mountains in the west. 2 big lakes on each side of us. What's happening? We're running out of property.
Yep.
Look, if you're not staying in front of the people that you're helping and servicing right now to buy real estate, okay, you're missing out. Because here's what we know. Dollar per square foot by 2060 is projected to be $13.20 a square foot.
Wow.
So if you have
people.
Look, here's what we know.
That's Aspen numbers.
It's what's nuts.
Well, what was it? What was it 10 or 15 years ago, and what is it now?
Well, look,
same thing.
Yeah, like 150.
Yeah.
150
Yeah.
a square foot. Now we're up as high as 300. Maybe. Matter of fact, I viewed a couple properties, not some luxury properties, at 500. In Park.
Then you go up to Park City.
Now we're already there. We're already.
It's over 1,000
Yes.
or at 1,000.
We have $1,300 per square foot properties up there. Here's what we know. Right now, with this system, if you're not plugging into a system and know the fact that real estate is going to excel, you're missing the boat. But if you don't have something you can plug into, a framework, it's like we're showing up to the Indy 500 and we got our tennis shoes.
Right.
How about grab the car?
Right. You may need that.
You may need it, right? So having a Ferrari or whatever system that's going to allow you to take your people and actually light it on fire. But more importantly, the core of this program, to get to who? Those we serve. And don't forget them.
Right. Exactly.
So as you plug in VIP 50, you're going to be in touch with those people quite often. I've been to your events. Your guys' events are amazing.
Thank you.
Having the people that show up is like, holy cow, you guys are like rock stars.
It's so fun.
It's a lot of fun. And you look at the ability to get in and plug in the systems that you've created. Guys out there, understand one thing. This is not cheap. These guys have leveraged money into making something that will serve not only their agents, but their clientele at the highest level you could possibly ever think. Now, if you look around the real estate world, what is your agent doing? What is your company doing that's going to take you to that next level? Most clientele have no clue what the backside of any system or any agent. Here's what I'm always saying and always teaching. Agents are not created equal.
No, they are not.
I mean, I walk in here today and see all this great stuff and set up, and man, I'm a big fan of podcasts and posts. And if you're not in the digital world in this day and age, get out. Get out of the business, right?
Just throw in the towel.
But you look at what you're creating on the backside as a framework. No house stands without great framework. You got a great framework. And a person, if they want to come in to look, this kind of a program is worth anywhere from $25,000 to $50,000 easily. Not sure where you're pricing that out or what you're doing, but look, I'm an old dog, been around a long time, I've led a lot of people. I've created multimillionaires off investment. Steve was one of my portfolio buyers that would go in on my bank properties and just start buying up all the time. And the guy was just, I call him up and let's do it. and it was really fun to do that. And the compound, I mean, that was a great find. I mean, we were lucky to get that because that doesn't come up, kind of property come up very often.
No.
But look at what you're doing for your clientele. You guys out there who are listening and hearing this know that you're in the right spot. For the fact that there's concrete back structure that actually is going to take them to the next level. Who am I helping me run my wealth? I mean, what are you doing out there here's what I know. And if you're not doing this out there, not contacting these guys to help them do what I'm talking about. If you have a property that has less than 5% interest rate on it, you should move out of that, rent it for 7 or 8, get that residual money off that, leverage into a new property you want to live into for a few years, Do that again. My daughter's just closed on her third home. She's 36 years old. She's worth around $2 million right now. Her new house payment is around $5,000 a month. She pays approximately between $500 and $1,000 because of the residual income coming in. So a lot of people think that now is not a good time because interest rates are high. No, contrary. It's the very best time. Because what happens is when your interest rates are higher, loan prices are slightly lower. Now, what you don't have is the fact that you don't have mad money coming into the market to outbid buyers. But here's what we also know. It's always cyclical. We're going to have the interest rates dropping again. But when that happens, housing prices go up.
Well, they never went down, which is typically normal when interest rates go up.
Correct.
And this last go around, they didn't go down.
Well, yeah, that's right. And you know, look, here's the thing.
How's that for a sound investment?
You guys, actually, timing couldn't be more perfect because everybody's waiting. What people were waiting for prices to come down. People have been waiting for rates to come down. We're just seeing the occasional softening in prices.
We're right on that edge.
We're right on the edge. We're leading right into where you're going right now.
100%. And I look at it. It's exciting. It's an exciting time if you're a buyer or if you're look. Invest, people. It's an insurable, rentable, tangible product. Best part is somebody else pays it down for you. Show me a stock, a bond, 401k, self-directed IRA.
That somebody else is going to pay down.
Yeah, that somebody else is going to pay. Who does that? And here's the thing. Even in the crash of 08, do you guys realize we increased well over 12, 13%? Even though it's perceptually the biggest crash we've had.
Right.
Here's what we know, where we're at today. Here's a question I have for everybody out there. Are rents going up or down?
Up.
It's going up. Okay, and here's another clue for you people out who just want proof, right? Look around. What are the hedge funds doing?
They're buying real estate.
They're buying real estate.
Yes,
My gosh,
yes.
I get 2 or 3 calls on my $1.3 million home. Not that I'm bragging. I'm just saying they're out buying all ranges.
Right.
Here's what I know. They're calling us and saying, hey, do you want to sell your house? Why is that? Because it's insurable. It's rentable. It's tangible. Somebody else pays it down. And what a tax shelter.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, really, seriously.
Yeah.
And if you think you can just do that by a whim, sorry, you need something like VIP 50, or at least have your agent having such systems in place. I mean, I have people come at me all the time and saying, hey, can we come by, show you what we got because of my influence, what I do, how I do it. And the people that follow me, I didn't let anybody in. Frankly, I know you guys.
Yep.
And I'm saying
Yep.
that one thing, the trust.
Trust.
The understanding, knowing who you are, knowing that you care, knowing that you have passion, knowing that you're some of the hardest, can I say damn workers?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can say anything you want.
He can't help but swear, so.
Well, I'm just saying, look, it's really good to have passionate people in the business with you. You can actually get out there and make things happen for your clientele. How many agents just get up and go, oh, I'm going to see what I can figure out today, see what I can make happen.
Or they get up and go, oh, I got to go into the office again. I have no idea what I'm going to work on today.
Hell no, man. This is exciting stuff. You guys have a system you plug into that makes it work. And look, if you're a newer agent, you should be running to this place. You should be running to these guys going, hey, I'm in. Can you help me? Can you show me? Because every one of you out there have people you know, and that is money.
The average adult knows 200 to 250 people in their sphere of influence.
Which turns into what? 10, 15, 20, 30,000 people, correct?
Right. When you look at the overall view of the 30,000 view looking down on your VIP 50.
Man, and look, if you're not out there looking at how am I going to shape up my career and what platform is going to drive me, it's kind of like saying, I'm going to go work on a farm and I'm just going to take my pitchfork and that's it. Well, you better have a damn tractor, you better have a truck or something to help you work through it. You have to have systems. You have to have things that allow you to track the multiple of people. because we as human nature don't remember everything. We're designed and structured to where we forget things, and we're designed that way. So you have to create things like VIP 50 to keep you on task. That's the beauty with this type of system.
Especially with all the noise that's out there.
Well, the noise is everything, because every minute you turn around, you have,
Oh my gosh, it is. It's insane. The amount of noise.
Well, and I watch these hedge funds. I mean, they're out there building these multi-million-dollar apartment complexes. And here's what people are not understanding, why the investment world is such an important place to be. The fact that drive around our city in the fact that billion-dollar hedge funds are coming in and building multi-unit, 300-400. You guys remember the slaughterhouse off the freeway? Right inside?
Oh, it's
gone, man.
It's gone.
What is that, 400 or 500 apartments?
The air smells better out there.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, I just live up the street from there, and I'm telling you, I love the change on it, and frankly, valuable property. But there's my point. Here's what happens. You have migration. Now, if you look at our city and why we're going to grow 2060 of being 1320 a square foot, we have great colleges. So we have a really, really good workforce.
High educated workforce.
High education. Silicon Slope is moving here. We just got a professional hockey team.
Favorable taxes for business.
Taxes.
Hey, just the other day on the news, it was showing that they've some big poll or something, and Utah, I believe, was #1 happiest people of all cities in the. It might have been 1 or 3rd or something, but Utah.
Well, Utah is Happy Valley.
Right.
That's a different thing.
It's also the highest prescribed happy pill.
Right.
Well, look,
country.
Any community has their problems. What my suggestion is get super crazy with what you do. I watched a movie last night.
Be different.
Be different. Thank you. I watched a movie last night. My son highly recommended because he's starting up a new business. It's Perfect Pixels. It's where it's they print on walls and on floors anything you want.
Is that the Pixel?
Very cool.
Is it on Netflix?
I think so.
Okay, I actually saw this. Was it good?
Cool.
Was it good?
He's got it set up. So he had to buy 2 head units. They're about $6,000-$7,000 a piece. But they're setting and calibrating them in my shop right now. And they're going to go out and you can put anything on the walls and different things.
Oh, so big mass print.
Big mass.
Okay.
I mean, you can go in and take a picture of a family and print it on the wall.
Holy
if
shit.
you want.
We're going to have a VIP 50 wall.
Yeah, you should.
Guaranteed we are.
Oh, man, you should.
I just ordered a neon sign.
Look, man, I definitely would. Because, look, as you apply those things, the market is changing. Without question. If you don't have somebody that's leading you through the opportunity, this is the next gold rush. Those of you out there who don't understand it's the next gold rush are missing it because we are an inland island. Because when you have big megaplex apartment complexes, what happens? Migration. We have migration from the apartment dwellers into single-family dwellings, whatever that may look like.
Yep.
Condo, townhouse, whatever, single-family dwelling. Look, my daughter started this about 5 years ago, running with my technique. Same thing I did with Steve. And it's like I call her up and say, hey, we got a new property. You want to go see it? Honestly, I saved her $100,000 on the purchase of the home she just purchased. $100,000.
That's a lot.
You earned her $100,000.
I earned her $100,000.
You earned her $100,000.
So here's my point in saying that. A good realtor who has systems in place can do that even in this market. I mean, we're out looking right now for multi-unit complexes, or we're going to build it. So, because again, we're in a captured market. We're an inland island. Because of the big mountains in the east, big mountains in the west, and 2 big lakes, we're running out of ground. You need to be buying as much real estate as you can get your hands on. She's worth about $2 million right now, living on about a $500 to $1,000 a month house payment on a luxury home. She just closed on in Sandy. Who can do that at 35, 36 years old?
Exactly.
No.
So
Somebody that listens to their dad.
Thank you. She goes, yeah, Dad, you're just a badass is all. But that's
She's
awesome.
right.
So you look at those kind of things. What we have to offer as realtors and brokers out here, if you're coupled with this VIP 50 and implementing that into your business, whatever it looks like, this structure is highly important. Because it's like, okay, you've been invited to the race, but you don't have a car.
Right.
Get a car. I mean, look, to have...
And it's whether you're brand new in the business or you've been struggling through it for the last 5 years, or if you're an old dog that needs a new pick-me-up, that's just sick and tired of it.
Well, look, it's about getting to those clients who know you, love you, and appreciate you. And when you're in front of them, we have so much. Just the stuff I'm telling you right now, look, is the whole reason you want an agent that has something like VIP 50 or VIP 50. What is it? When I'm interviewing an agent, if I ever got out of real estate and I'm interviewing, I want to know more than anything. I don't give a crap what your marketing is. It's social media. Let's get real. Okay? But the reality, even with the marketing that's out there, with a lot of these great companies, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, ERA, Sotheby's, Berkshire, all of these great companies. But do they have a system? That's the question you need to ask. Does your agent, what system are you using? Because look, once you sign with an agent, it immediately goes out to those. I was listening to Hannity. Listen to him, I'm almost addicted. So my point is, he does this thing that's migrate agents or something like that. He's talking about the same thing. You know, what systems? Are they the right people? Is it the right fit?
You know what drives me nuts, and we actually talked about this yesterday, Rick, in our morning meeting with our team.
Yeah.
Everybody is so freaking focused on that next deal. Everybody's humping their ass for that next deal. Everything is for that next client, that next person, that next. And then once they get that person, they go through the transaction. Done. How much effort and time and money and everything did you put in to try to get to that person, and then all of a sudden you're just going to freaking ignore them?
It's like going to the race with a supercar, taking a lap, getting out, and going, I'm done.
Yeah.
I went around. I'm good. No.
Well, it's a letdown to the client.
Well, it's unfair to the client. Let's get real.
Yeah, you get done, you're like, wham, bam,
and let's be honest. You just help them with the biggest purchase that they're probably going to make in their entire lifetime.
That's it.
And
I think
if you're good at what you do,
I think we committed to more than that.
Oh, no
if you
question.
do your job and if you're good at what you do, what a perfect scenario for you to get referred to somebody else.
And they want to. That's the
You just got to
thing.
teach them how to do it.
Look, your clients want to refer. Everybody wants a good referral. Everybody wants to be, I got a guy, or I got a gal.
I got a guy.
Yeah, I got somebody that can help you with that. We love to do that. It's in our human DNA. We want to support other people. So why aren't we tapping into that superpower? When you have a system like this, it makes that easy because it becomes automatic. And it's about...
There's your superpower, baby.
That's it. And so, look, when you're talking influence and impact, they don't know about the VIP 50. But if you don't have it, you can have a Ferrari sitting in the parking lot, but if it has no gas and it has no motor in it, what good is it?
Right.
But it's fascinating to me, and what I've learned over the years, agents are notorious about looking good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm the man.
What am I driving? What does my look
driving? I drive a 2014 fastback Mustang, and I got
sexy.
I mean, it's fun. I don't need the fancy car. I got a nice 1-ton dually that I love jumping in a 2013 Jeep. Those are my rigs. Oh, wait a minute. We got a Mach-E I bought my wife, which is
nice.
Crap. But here's the deal. What I know, if you're out there looking to invest, join a team, you guys are the real deal. Fact, bottom line, through the VIP 50 and the people you're making connection, without question, people out there, connect with these guys and buy as much real estate as you can get your hands on. I'm telling you right now, you'll thank these guys. They can help you become wealthy. And frankly, Why not let somebody else pay it down? Why are you wasting your money on stocks, bonds, self-directed IRA? And self-directed IRA is great because you can use it, buying real estate. But here's the deal. Why not equity harvest, buy some properties? Again.
And your favorite, the 401k.
Right. I mean, so you look at these, and I'm not saying these things are bad because
they're not bad.
They're good.
There's just better.
But why would you pay into something that the fact that the whim of the world market takes a spin, it spirals out of control. But every minute buying real estate, you are allowing somebody to pay it down for you, and the market is growing. It's insurable, it's rentable, it's tangible, it's got a tax write-off. Show me anything
else that's got all that.
There is just is no.
That's why real estate has been the number one place to put your money for
ever.
And ever.
Look, I am so passionate about it that, frankly, my people that I'm doing the VIP 50 thing. I'm implementing it into my business and have for years. You just put it in writing.
Right. And made it easy to follow.
How many people out there as agents are so busy chasing the next deal or chasing the next dollar, they can't do this. You guys have spent thousands and thousands of dollars to prepare for a system that actually is plug and play. So
it is.
When you look at that, now, I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer, but I know a lot. There's not an objection you can give me I can't handle.
Yeah. Right.
And here's what I know, is that structurally, when I look at the platform over 36, 37 years, this is special.
Thank you.
This is really special in the
It's going to change some people's lives.
It's healing for the individual, for the agent as well.
I really
it's relationship.
Because it's not all about the dollar bill. It's not all about the transaction. It's a lot about being a good human being, and showing up for your freaking people.
Friend-worthy.
Friend-worthy. One of the things that I've always stated, people ask me, gosh, as good as you are at what you do, why do you manage? Why do you do that? For one reason.
Because you change people's lives.
Born leader, yeah.
Yeah, I change people's lives. Now, I've wrecked the car before, going around the lap, right?
Sure.
We all do. But with systems like VIP 50, it allows you to really stay focused, stay in the game, and really don't see any problem. That's the pit crew. Okay.
You know the best part about all this, Rick?
Yeah.
In my opinion, and we talked a little bit about this the other day when we came and saw you. Almost every single brokerage out there will teach, especially if you're a newer agent, their whole spiel to you is, hey, go tap into your SOI, go bug them and tell them that you're now an agent and you're going to get business. And oh, by the way, you need to show up here at the office and you need to freaking be on the phone for 3 to 4 hours a day, cold calling, all these other things. And you need to go out and you need to knock on doors and you need to do this and you need to do that. And what it comes down to it is none of that is fun. None of that is enjoyable. None of that is something that pretty much anybody wants to have to wake up to every single day.
That's it.
All of that takes you away from
fun.
Doing relationship things.
Yeah, this is fun. It's enjoyable.
Right. So if you really look at what you guys created, so my mind was really racing around going,
I could tell.
How can I articulate for you guys what you're really doing? Let's put it into perspective. It may give some clarity. Okay, if you're out there planting a garden, you had to prepare the soil, which you guys have done.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You guys know what the game is. So how do we make it to where it's simple? We can hand a box of tools to somebody and say, now, go create a garden that's going to feed you. So it still takes preparing the soil.
And we help them.
That's the thing. You just don't throw the box at them and say, we're done. You guys have got hands-on training. Here's the beauty, because you're going to say, okay, let's find your spot where you're going to plant. Look, VIP 50 gives you that box of tools to say, okay, we're going to plant our corn here, zucchini's here, this is here.
Fertilizer, water, sun.
Yes, but like gardening, what takes place? You get the pests. You get the things eaten on your plants are not right, so you're still constantly in it. Most agents don't have a toolbox or training. They can go, well, what do I do here? I got bugs eating all my stuff, earwigs all over the corn. Well, okay, here's what you do. You always have to fertilize. You have to loosen the soil. That's what VIP does. It puts you in this perspective to where it's a consistent every single day, putting it in play to make it work.
Exactly. You know, I don't mean to cut you off, Rick, but I have a Zoom call at 11 o'clock, so I've got 5 minutes.
Got it.
Give us your 2-minute. Tell everybody out there, and I know you've been talking, and I love your passion, dude.
Thank you.
You're building a team right now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you know. So yeah, I'm back over at Union Heights at Coldwell Banker. You know, managed here at Century 21, which is some of the most incredible.
You are loved here, man.
I mean, this is an incredible place to work with. Coldwell Banker's extremely incredible, great people. But whatever platform you're in, you guys need to be asking your agent, what are they doing? What is your...
Or asking yourself.
Or asking yourself. I mean, honestly, to come on a team like yours and to be able to say, here's what I'm doing. Look, I'm creating a team right now just because I've got 10 years left.
Well, I think naturally people are going to listen. There's going to be people on this that are going to be drawn to you, and I couldn't speak high enough to you. And
oh gosh,
that I mean,
thank you.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
And do you know what the best thing is here, Rick? Is we talk a lot about a team and you know, our tribe and our relationships, and the bottom line is whether somebody is actually physically on our team or not on our team here with Century 21, they're still on our team.
Well, that's it.
And our team is the VIP 50 community.
I have never felt like I've been put to the side when I've chased some other dreams and did some other things. You guys have always been there. Century 21's always been there. Coldwell Banker's always been in my backfield and has always been there for me. So there are good people in the real estate world. The best thing you can do is everybody wants a good doctor. Everybody wants a good dentist. Everybody wants a good
mechanic.
And you know, everybody 100% needs a great realtor to build wealth. And you look at the quality of people in real estate, let's face it, there are those that are just shouldn't be even breathing. but I can't help that. But this kind of takes the craziness out of it, because it's back to, again, everything we do is to serve another human being. One of my reasons for managing and taking care of people, when I leave this world, when I meet my maker, I want him to be able to go, job well done.
What's your legacy, brother?
My legacy is to actually help more people, love more, learn more, be more curious, less judgmental. I had to really help myself out of road rage. And I did it by saying, be more curious, less judgmental. Because as I'm on the freeway and people are cutting me off.
I wonder why they're in such a hurry.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm always in a hurry.
Well, here's what we don't know. What are they going through?
Right.
Yeah.
And frankly, I watched this kid cut me off, and I'm in a $100,000 jacked up truck thinking, you're going to tear up my truck. And then I'm like,
no, you
wait
wouldn't.
a minute. I took a psychology class that said, be more curious, less judgmental. Well, this kid that cut me off was pulled over on the side of the road, uncontrollably crying. And I had so much empathy. I thought, gosh, I get out and see if he's okay. But the traffic was moving along. But it just reaffirmed to me that being more curious, less judgmental, is what we should be doing. Everybody's going through something. 55 to 60% of all people you come in contact are having a bad day or the worst time in their life. I've had 13 family members in the last 3 years die.
Right.
Wow.
And so I've had knees blown out, I've had a back blown out, shoulders have been reconstructed. I'm a mess. So look, just know that everybody out there has something going on. Just be kind. Smile. Love people. Forgive. We're all going to screw it up. Forgive those who screw it up. We do. We get passionate, we get emotional. But here's what I know. I'm here to stay. I'm here to serve. I'm here to make a difference in people's lives, sell a lot of real estate, help those become wealthy who want to be part of that. And look, it's easy to do if you have the right systems in place. Hard to do if you're just like a leaf in the wind. You don't know where you're going to land.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Yep.
sense?
Well
Man,
said,
Rick,
well
thank
said.
you so much,
Thanks for
buddy.
coming
We
in here,
appreciate
man.
having you on our program. Love your energy. Love your message. Thank you for all the kind words about this system and program. I know you felt how much we love it and how much we're
I see it.
we're in for it. So,
I get to view it.
yes, sir.
He's grown a team, so if you're drawn to,
if you're
to some of
drawn-
that, you better call.
And
if
reach
you're-
out to Rick directly.
Yep, and if you're an agent out there and you feel like that leaf in the wind and you just don't have any direction, you don't have a system, you just don't know, get with us, man. Call us, direct messages, call Rick,
We are
he'll put
hungry
you in
to
touch
share.
with us. Bottom line is we have a system. We are now full-fledged, ready to rock and roll and teach this system out to people and change people's lives. So I've got a boogie because I've got a call I got to be on, and love you guys, and I mean it. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you